I got those two tracks.
Hello YouTube, my name is Sam, and in this video I'm going to talk about duplicate protective crates. Well, this is a relatively short video, but I hope it's gonna be very helpful and informative. I will do the math for you guys so you can decide if buying these crates is a good offer for your situation, or you should just stick to normally opening your reserve cases. Recently, something new was added to the black market called duplicate protected crates. Opening one of these requires you trading 6 of your reserve cases, and it is guaranteed giving you 3 new items that you don't own. These new items can be anything, like a new decal, or a new death effect, or a new weapon charm, or even a new weapon variant. You can get really lucky and get a new weapon out of these crates. But is it really worth it? Well, of course, it is good news if I'm guaranteed getting something new from black market, but at what cost? First, let's consider the worst case scenario. You normally open your 6 reserve cases and you get 6 duplicate items. And each 3 duplicate item will be rerolled into 1 new item. So at the end of this scenario, you will have 2 new items. In this scenario, trading those 6 cases and getting 3 new items from a duplicate protected crate is more beneficial. Now let's consider the opposite. Again, you normally open your 6 reserve cases, and this time you get 6 new items out of them. But if you had traded your cases for a duplicate protected crate, you would have got only 3 new items. But what should you do, and how should you decide if you must buy those duplicate protected ones or not? Now consider this scenario. You normally open 5 out of 6 of your reserve cases. You get 2 new items and 3 duplicate ones. These 3 duplicate items will give you another new item that you don't own. Now you have 3 new items plus another reserve case that can be either a duplicate item or even a new one. But if you had traded those 6 reserve cases for 1 duplicate protected crate, you would have got only 3 new items. But in my scenario, you just got those 3 new items with 5 reserves, and you saved 1 reserve case. Even if that last reserve case is a duplicate item, you have got better results by doing this than by trading cases for a duplicate protected crate. So bottom line, in this scenario that I just explained, you will have a better result by normally opening those 6 reserves. So what we want to know is to determine the conditions in which you have more than 50% chance of getting at least 2 new items out of 6 reserve cases. I have already done the math, and if you have 73% of the items in the game, then you will have 51.28% chance of getting at least 2 new items out of 6 reserve cases. So you should, mathematically talking, stick to regularly opening your reserve cases. But if you have got more than 73% of the items in the game, the chance of getting at least 2 new items out of 6 reserve cases will drop below 50%. So in that case, again, mathematically talking, you should trade those 6 reserves for a duplicate protected crate. But how can you know if you have more or less than 73% of the items in the game? One way of doing that, which is almost impossible, is to count all the items that you have got from the black market and divide it to the total amount of items in the game, which at the time of making this video I think is something around 1100 items. This approach is precise but almost impossible and very time consuming. The other thing that you can do is to open, let's say, 30 reserve cases. Now count all the duplicates that you got from these cases. If you've got more than 22 duplicates, so you can say that you probably have more than 73% of the items from black markets. In this case, go ahead and trade your cases for duplicate protected crates. Remember, all we're talking here is about statistics and probabilities. But trust the math, because when you're dealing with a lot of reserve cases, the math is always right. I said a lot of reserve cases, but don't worry. With the contracts that were recently added to the game, you're able to get a lot of them in a few days. And if you want to know more about contracts, I will leave a link to my video explaining these contracts in the description. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. And if you did, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, ring that bell icon so you get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. I wish you all having a great time, and I'll see you in the next video.